Dear friends, this reflection is for Wednesday, June 3rd. It's a memorial of St. Charles Lwanga and companions martyrs. The readings are 2 Timothy chapter 1 verses 1 to 3 and 6 to 12 and Psalm 123 verses 1 to 2 and St. Mark's Gospel chapter 12 verses 18 to 27. St. Charles Lwanga and his companions were young Ugandan Christians who gave their lives for Christ in 1886. They courageously refused to abandon their faith and resisted immoral demands from their king. Many were burned alive, witnessing to Christ with extraordinary courage and joy. Their martyrdom became the seed of a vibrant Christian faith throughout Africa. Today's readings beautifully unite faith, hope, and courage. St. Paul writes to Timothy, "I know in whom I have believed." These words are not merely a statement of belief, but a profound expression of trust. Paul was imprisoned, suffering, and facing possible death. Yet he remained confident because his faith rested not in an idea, but in a person, Jesus Christ. The martyrs we celebrate today lived the same conviction. St. Charles Lwanga and his companions were ordinary young men, yet their faith made them extraordinary. They knew in whom they had believed. Faced with persecution, torture, and death, they chose Christ over comfort, truth over compromise, and eternal life over earthly security. In the Gospel, the Sadducees challenge Jesus about the resurrection. They could not imagine life beyond this world. Jesus gently corrects them, teaching that God is the God of the living, not of the dead. Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac live in him. Death is not the end. It is the doorway to eternal life. This truth sustained the Ugandan martyrs. They were willing to die because they believed that Christ had conquered death. The flames that consumed their bodies could not destroy their souls. Their eyes were fixed on the resurrection promised by Jesus. Psalm 123 expresses the attitude of every faithful believer. To you I lift up my eyes. When life becomes difficult, when suffering, illness, loneliness, or fear visit us, we are invited to lift our eyes to the Lord. Faith does not remove every problem, but it gives us the strength to persevere. The witness of St. Charles Lwanga and his companions challenge us today. Most of us will never be asked to shed our blood for Christ, but we are called to be faithful in daily life, faithful in prayer, faithful in honesty, faithful in forgiveness, faithful in standing for what is right, even when it is unpopular. Like St. Paul, may we be able to say with confidence, "I know in whom I have believed." And like St. Charles Lwanga and his companions, may we trust that the God of the living will lead us from this life into the life of the resurrection. The question for meditation: do I trust Christ enough to remain faithful to him when following him requires sacrifice, courage, or suffering? God bless you.